Hi, this is Deborah Atkinson, founder of The Voice for Fitness and the author of Navigating Fitness After 50, your GPS for choosing programs and professionals you can trust, and the soon-to-be published, The After 50 Fitness Formula for Women. I just had a reader question come in, someone who had watched our Transformaging webinars very recently, and asked a question about being 70, working out 3 days a week, doing strength training, not using machines, but doing a variety of things with weights and body weight, and doing cardiovascular activity, kind of 3 hours a week for an hour at a time, and described a pretty well-rounded program. She's lost 20 pounds, but now has plateaued. Her question to me was, what should I be doing? What more do I need to do in order to lose more weight and get off this plateau? So here's my response. First of all, congratulations on the loss of 20 pounds. And I hate to say it because I don't like this when it's said, but it is harder after 50 and after 60. Losing 20 pounds near 70, whenever it came off, is no small task. So congratulate yourself and celebrate that. Now, part of the good news of that plateau is that you are owning that weight loss. So your body is kind of adjusting. If you're holding your own and you're not regaining, then you're at a new set point. Your body is okay with this weight. So getting to a plateau is not always a bad thing. So to go on, what else can I do is the question. So based on the sketchy information, she gave me a lot, but there's always more that I need to ask in questions. I'm going to assume a couple of things and we'll get clarity from her if that's not right. So I'm guessing that we're using things at home with dumbbells, a ball, and body weight. And we're probably doing things slow and controlled, and maybe going through a series of exercises and in a circuit fashion. So some things that you could do, if this is similar to your situation, to change it would be to pair two exercises in what we call supersetting. So rather than go through the squats and the chest press and the rows and the lunge and some of the other exercises that she's doing, a very well-rounded routine, choose two of those. Either two for the upper body or an upper body and a lower body, and eventually, because there are more upper body exercises than lower body typically that we do, the upper body has so much more movement. You're going to end up pairing some upper body and upper body. That will be more challenging, but change is good. So every week when you do this, don't necessarily pair the same two exercises. So let's say you're doing 2 sets of each exercise, and if you're doing 3 sets, that's fine as well. But do, say, your chest press using the ball and the weights, and do your rowing, and do chest press, row, chest press, row, chest press, row. Then you're done with those exercises, move on to another set. That changes things. If you've been used to going through all 6 or 7 exercises in a circuit and then repeating them, this makes it a little bit more challenging because you come right back to those 2 muscle groups that you're working, and that changes the rules a little bit. You'll notice it's a little bit more fatiguing than possibly you used to get if you gave your body a lot more rest in between by doing other exercises. So that's one option. I'm going to give you one more, and we'll keep this fairly short. The second one is to continue doing what you're doing, but change tempo. So one of the studies, actually, I'm just reviewing as I'm looking at the strength training and exercise chapter for the new book, is the fact that working with power has much greater influence on energy expenditure during our exercise if we're doing resistance training, and it has a greater impact on bone density, provided that you're lifting heavy enough when you do it. So the difference between lifting slow, and I'm just going to imagine I'm doing a push-up or a chest press with dumbbells. Generally, we're going to push out on 1 to 2, and we're going to lower in 3 to 4 counts. slow and controlled, safe, sound, and a great way to start with a foundation. But once you've got that foundation, your body will get really smart, unfortunately, and you need to shake things up so that it's got some surprise. The muscles need to be shocked, sometimes we call it. So instead of doing that slow and controlled version, you're going to add power, and you're going to push in 1 and lower down in 3 to 4 counts. So it's a push and then lower down. Want to be careful at the end range so you don't lock the elbows out. You go almost, and you decelerate or stop right before the end. So you have to be prepared and then come slowly back. And this end is not a problem because you're going slow. So those are the 2 changes. Change how you do the exercise. So pair 2 exercises and go back and forth, and then move on to your next pair. And or use tempo. Change the tempo and make it more of a power. And a great rule of thumb, if you're lifting twice a week, and if you're doing 3 times a week, this is okay too. On Monday, just do it slow, controlled. On Thursday, your 2nd time a week, do it with power. So if you could go heavier, that would be the 3rd change. So if you can't go heavier safely at home without a spotter, then leave that one out. And I hope that was helpful. So if you have a question, contact me below in any one of the places that are listed there. Check us out at the After 50 Fitness Formula blog, and I'll see you on the other side.